Welcome to the third episode of In Your Element. Today we have with us a passionate traveler, food enthusiast, and a dedicated workaholic. The founder of Mirashya Homes. I can have some water before we begin.
I'm ready.
There's something about Goa. Everyone who comes here falls in love and treats it like their home. But for entrepreneurs, it's more than just a paradise. It's a thriving playground, not just to run a business, but to provide services with a vision to create something extraordinary. One such entrepreneur is here with us today. For him, Goa was love at first sight. And it all started with a simple idea, a Euro trip, and the passion to help guests feel at home. Welcome to the third episode of In Your Element, where we dive into entrepreneurs' backstories, their successes, struggles, and everything in between. Today we have with us Aman Pahwa, the founder of Mirashya Homes, a passionate traveler, food enthusiast, and a dedicated workaholic. What all started by renting a single room in his own apartment has now grown into a hospitality empire, nearing almost 160 properties across Goa, Shimla, and Jaipur. Hi, Aman.
Hello.
We are so happy to have you with us. Thank you so much for inviting us over. Before I ask you anything else, I'm very curious to know, why Mirashya Homes?
Why Mirashya Homes? So, we got into hosting because of my wife, and we believe that my wife's Richa's. So, Richa's godparents visited us, and they blessed us. So, when we started doing this professionally, we thought, why not name after them? So, we call them Meera Bhagwan and Sham Bhagwan. So, collectively their name, we came up with Mirashya Homes.
That's nice. It actually sounds like actual name, as if how you would name a child,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
So you go anywhere in Goa, now
Yeah.
you see a resort, hotel,
Yes.
and villas all over.
Yeah.
So what is that one unique thing about Mirashya Homes then?
So whenever I visit any place right now, because now we are into business, so I just first thought that comes at how they are making money.
That's every businessman's thought.
Yeah. Also that what's the USP what they are providing.
Correct.
And we are constantly learning with our travels, with our visits to hotels, resorts, Airbnbs, that where we can bring improvement and what new concepts we can work on. Essentially, what I see that the next USP what Mirashya Homes could offer is experiential stays.
Okay.
So, I believe with so many inventory, so many properties, and huge supply in the market, the next thing is experience. And the millennials these days, they just don't want to live or they don't want to stay. They say that we want to experience. So, that is where we are trying to get in to make it look like a wonderful experience for someone who checks in with us.
Anything for the Gen Zs then?
For Gen Zs, that we are trying to match your vibe, and we're trying to match your vibe without any skibbities. And what are those other fancy words which
I'm
these
a
days?
millennial. I have no idea about Gen Zs. So what's your relationship with homeowners like? You deal with almost 160 properties across Goa, Shimla, Jaipur. So does it get difficult to maintain each of them?
Um, See, all the owners, they are pretty easy now because they understand that we are also very busy. So my constant thing is that I'm always available on call, not on my WhatsApp messages because there are like thousands of them every day. We have 160 groups with owners, 160 groups with our staff.
Internal.
So internal groups. So it's just goes crazy. So, but I'm always there for everyone and always in touch with them. We have set our processes in such a way that we don't need constant interaction. We try to keep everything transparent, easy, and approachable. So even even if there is small thing and they don't want it to bring it to me, our team is at their disposal at all times.
So you have set your SOPs, right?
We
Everything.
have set our SOPs in such a way that it's just smooth for everyone and streamlined in that way.
Nice. Do you follow any criteria when it comes to shortlisting homeowners whom you choose to work with?
We first try to choose the homes. No, actually, we try to choose homeowner first. So there's no criteria as such. We basically have seen that whoever is investing in Goa, they're pretty cool. You know, they want to experience this laid back life. And whoever is buying homes in Goa, yes, nowadays it is predominantly investment. And there are people who just talk about figures and numbers. But since we have got that covered, so uh, we are very safe. However, who is investing in Goa, they are pretty chill and easy to work with. Whoever tries to be tricky or non-understanding, we have again set our pitch in such a way that we clear all their doubts.
Yeah.
You know, some people are scared about transparencies, and if we achieve the transparency, if we achieve what they're looking for, and they get answers to all their questions, everyone is nice by heart that way.
So they come with the same enthusiasm that you bring in.
Yes.
That's nice. Then
Yeah.
it's easy to work with them.
Then it's easy. So there are, you know, like with every owner, there might be no bridges at all, or someone might have 5 bridges that we have to cross.
Yeah.
So we just cross it nicely, and they welcome us then with open heart, and just to clear their understanding that how the operations work, how we get inquiries, how they get converted. We are very open when we tell all our owners to be our co-hosts. So they see that how we are responding to each case, how we are treating them, what all we are providing them, and so they see that we are putting in all efforts to ensure that the house is maintained well and it makes good money as well.
Tell us one thing that you can proudly say that you provide at Mirashya Homes. You can take your time, there might be many.
Yeah, so one thing that sets us apart, and I think it is Mirashya Homes that provides, and not others. They might be claiming, but they don't really provide its flexibility. We have easy check-in timings, we have easy checkout timings. It's not like we are hell-bent on our house rule, on our check-in and checkout rules. Hell-bent on house rules, yes, but easy on check-in, checkout. We are also considering opting a 24-hour strategy.
Okay.
Where even if you're checking at 9 a.m., you check out at 9 a.m. the next day.
Okay, that's nice.
So you don't have to pay anything extra. What we are offering is flexibility. You get worth of the bucks that you are paying.
Yeah.
So we are trying to be even more customer centric. And I see that the moment we are customer centric, we also building our business in such a way that our owners and our systems flourish that way. Because at the end of the day, our customer is happy, and they're coming back to us. They are ready to pay and stay with us more.
Correct. I do agree with this because I usually notice, hotels have a very odd check-in timings at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Like when flights arrive, like they have to still wait out or
Yes.
just keep them waiting.
Another example for flexibility, we have started breakfast in the apartment categories as
Okay.
well, and there is no limit.
Okay.
No timing 7 to 10 a.m. No, you wake up at 1 p.m. You want to have your breakfast, we'll serve it to you. So flexibility is what, so that they have paid us.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep that money that I save on my meals. No, they have paid for it and I have to offer it to them.
So the entire process, helping homeowners find their right property, managing that property, and finally ensuring that it's profitable. Like, you earn from that, they get their returns from it.
Yes.
What's the most challenging part in this process?
The most challenging part of the process is when someone expects that we will instantly start making great money. See, as a business, we have to consider each property as a self, like a autonomous business, right? So every business, like how it takes 18 months, 18 to 24 months to break even a house does. Now, for us, essentially, what we have seen that we don't make any money in first 1.5 years, 1.5 to 2 years, depending on when we are signing the property up. If it is in season or if it is in an off season, we prefer signing it in off season so that we set our rates in such a way that we get more and more bookings and get maximum reviews out of it so that we are prepared for season in advance. So the next season goes absolutely great, and the homeowners make a good amount of money in those for that season. However, it's just that the first initial months, we try to explain everyone that this is how it takes time to grow and to get to its optimum capacity. But that is the only challenge.
You just need to have some patience.
You just need to have some patience.
Okay. So you had a stable job before Mirashya, right?
Yes.
And how was that transition like for you? And what was that exact moment when you realized that, oh damn, this is working?
So I was very happy in my job and everything was going great. It was just that COVID came and the co-working industry wasn't able to survive. So the company took a call where they laid off the almost entire middle management. And I had no other option because my son was just 1 month old. And it was peak COVID time, and we could not travel. So my parents were asking me to come back to Gurgaon and look for a job in Delhi NCR. And I wasn't really up for Delhi NCR. I had enough of it. I love Goa, and for the love of Goa and being here, I thought that I have to stick to Goa and stick to my plan of starting a venture here in Goa itself. I would have eventually done it in 5 or 10 years, but somehow it just felt that this is the time, this is my now time that now I have to do this and start with my entrepreneurial journey. So I took a leap of faith, and everyone was very supportive. So Richa was ready to take care of our baby, and that is Kabir. And I started taking care of this baby, that is Mirashya Homes.
So you started during COVID. That must be even more challenging than starting in like a normal phase.
It was challenging. It was just that if we wanted more properties that time, and owners were not accessible. People were not able to travel, so they were like, how can we show you our house?
Yeah.
We managed our ways to reach them out, to
gain their trust.
to gain their trust. And it just when we were dedicated, when we were working hard towards it, everything started falling in place for us.
So even for us, before we started Brainwave, we contemplated like the entire decision, whether this will work out for us or not. But at the end, like we just took it up as a challenge. So what advice you would have given us back then, or our fellow entrepreneurs who are in the same soup?
I would say that, like for example, you guys are young, creative, smart, and that's all that you need. The only thing that any smart or creative person needs is courage. You need to have a small risk-taking capacity. There are times that you might have no money. or no contacts or no, you might lose on your vision. You would be like, I'm stuck here, what do I do? If the job was better. But you just have to stick to your plan. Consistency and perseverance is what is needed to grow.
Yeah.
That is all I feel.
Like it's like 60% or 80% of the time it's like that, and then you work for that 20% where you feel like, okay, this is going good for us.
Absolutely. See, it gives you the confidence.
Yeah.
It gives you. It comes at a cost. The cost is again the insecurities in the beginning. But I'll tell you, this is just in the beginning. You get so much of confidence that in future you don't face any issues then.
So 160 properties across multiple locations in Goa, Jaipur, Shimla sounds like a logistical nightmare. How do you handle operations so smoothly?
It's not smooth.
You make it look smooth.
Yeah, I try to make it look smooth. It's not smooth. I have to be very patient, and I can't lose my calm because it is very easy. Because see, every day there is something or the other happening in one or the other property, but I cannot lose my calm. This is what I've learned, and this is, I think, I would advise on my previous question as well.
Yeah.
Just stay calm. Things will fall in place, and everything will be fine. And believe in that. That everything will be fine, and it turns out fine at the end of the day, because what I could do is hire good people. I've got a great team, and I believe in them that they're going to solve for those issues. They will solve all those problems. I'm there to guide, because I've been through that, right? I've started with one room where I was cleaning, Richa was setting up the bed. I was helping cutting the vegetables and helping her in the kitchen, and she was preparing meals for our guests. So I've come from there, where doing dishes, picking garbage and whatnot. So from there to manage, and I've managed the team as well in my previous company. So come with that kind of experience, and so got it sorted that way with great team, good SOPs in place, and faith in them.
So you were always this patient, or like you got it over with time as you started running a business?
I got it with time. First 2 years were haywire. I was pulling my hair at every problem. Now with very few that I've left, that I'm left with. Yeah, I have to keep calm. There is no other option to that.
So during our last meeting, I remember you telling us how your wife Richa was driving force behind your journey.
Yeah.
So how important it is to have a partner who understands the work that you do?
See, understanding the work is important, yes. Believing in each other is even more important. I think it was her belief that I will do well, and it was my belief towards her that the home is fine. I'll tell you that if my personal home, my home, is not in place, or if it is not in good condition, I cannot keep these over 100 places in a good condition. To ensure that all these homes are absolutely doing well and in good place, Richa ensures that our home is definitely in good place. So I think we are a great match that way. Great match of energy and belief and understanding that there are times that I would I would be home all day, or I would be I won't be visible throughout the day. I would come at close to midnight because I'm out there working, setting up the new properties and stuff like that. So it's just that she keeps her calm, and that also makes me keep my calm at my place.
So you're like, stress free.
Yes.
You can just concentrate on your work. She helps
It is
your
very
backhand.
important. Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
See, normal those knick-knack fights keep happening. Those are important. But at the end of the day, we all know that we both know that what we have to do for each other and how to support each other.
So as an entrepreneur, how do you manage your work-life balance? I think that involves Richa as well.
I'm working on it currently, so it's a work in progress since the past 2 years.
Okay.
I kept telling Richa that give me 3 years. I'm sorry, I'm not available for 3 years. But in those 3 years, I've realized that, this time went so quick, and Kabir has grown so quickly that even quicker, I would say, that I feel that I've lost a lot of time. So I'm trying to work on my work-life balance, trying to dedicate some hours or dedicate some substantial amount of time with my son, with my family. So, and to myself as well, that is also very important. Didn't realize that, you have to give time to yourself.
Yeah.
You might be driving, you might be doing nothing or just, but that's not giving time to yourself. Things like working out, learning new things is spending time with yourself, and which I did not do. I was so sloshed in work that I sort of lost the meaning of spending time with myself. So if you ask what hobby do I have right now, I've got nothing. I've just set up new homes. Or meeting the team, meeting the homeowners. That's all. But right now, I'm just trying to work on work-life balance, and it is absolutely non-negotiable that you need it. Yes, first few years of setting up a new business is always is tricky and rough, but I got no other excuse now. I have to do this.
So if you could check in as a guest for a week, okay, at any location, which location it would be to stay at Mirashya Homes and why?
It's like asking a vegetable seller that
Which vegetable
which
is it?
For me, all properties are great.
No,
of
not
course.
property in specific, location, like which,
Location?
yeah, which area or which state? There are 3.
Yes. See, Shimla and Jaipur are great places to travel, but since I love Goa like how, the location has to be Goa itself. I really like this project in Panjam. It's called Anantam. It's sea facing.
Okay.
Beautiful apartments. And you can't get enough of the view. I'll tell you, the view is, the project is built at such a height or such a way that the view is spectacular. During the dawn and dusk, you would see dolphins coming out of the river, going to the sea and coming back. It's impeccable. That is the view. Although the location is also great because you're a little far from the city, but then everything in the city is just 10 minutes away. So all the nice restaurants, cafes, and Panjam is a food heaven. So that way Panjam is undoubtedly the best location. Although my friends in North Goa who are in the business, they wonder, how much business would we be getting in Panjam? But it's the most business that we get in Panjam. It is always occupied. We have to find out days to do the maintenance because it's absolutely tight packed always.
It's rare to find something like that in Panjam, I guess.
Yes.
That's why. Since we have been working closely with you now, handling Mirashya's social media page, I've personally noticed you have this certain poise and calmness when interacting with your team and staff as well. How do you maintain the school boss behavior?
It came with experience, and it also comes with a great team. Um, so if you have those people who keep on repeating those mistakes, that's when you lose your cool. Uh, I let my team make mistakes. I tell them, you make mistakes, learn out of it. Repeat it once, repeat it twice. Don't do it thrice. So they understand that, and they're very careful of this. That of not. It's not about mistakes. It's just that if there is constant pressure on you, that my boss would come and bash me, you would be scared and you won't be able to perform. However, when there is no pressure, when you know that you're focused, you know what you have to do, and you keep on doing that, and even if there is any mistake that occurs, I'll give an explanation to it and it will be sorted. So that is where I feel it is important to be very patient and very calm. And I mean, what would I gain losing my cool? It's just they will be in guilt. I would have high BP. So I save all of us with that, and I have to see if I start screaming at my child, the child will get back to me. Right? It's the same thing with the team as well. You have to be very cool and composed while having your conversation with them. Yes, there are times that when I lose my cool, which for something which is which would be absolutely non-negotiable. Like if it would be really stupid mistake. Only that's when. Otherwise, I try to be calm and be a cool boss.
That's something I need to learn from you. So, Aman, I'm not sure if you have come across these reels on Instagram where certain influencers, are criticizing Goa. They tag Goa as overcrowded. They say, don't go to Goa, visit Bali instead. Or they would also say that Goa has gone down, tourism has gone down. So I wanted to know your perspective, not as a homeowner or not as a founder of Mirashya Homes, but as someone living in Goa. What would be your perspective?
I feel that it's first of all on social media. You're watching a reel. There's a new song and that gets trending, and everyone starts following that trend, and everyone starts using that music in their reel. Similarly, one person got hold on Goa, and everyone started following that as a trend. Because believe me or not, everyone wants to travel to Goa, or they would have traveled to Goa for sure. This is what I tell the statistics. Everyone in North India, they would go to Agra, Jaipur, Shimla, but they would definitely come to Goa. People in South India, they would go to Ooty, Pondicherry, Vizag, but they would always come to Goa. Right? Everyone from all corners of India, they come to Goa for sure. And knowing that Goa is like a dream spot for everyone, and if they put anything about Goa, will definitely get them more attention, more followers. So this is all I would see is unnecessary havoc that is happening on social media. Goa is same. Goans have always been welcoming, and beaches have always been super fine, and the vibe has always been great. Nothing can beat it. Yes, I know that some people are talking about taxi rates and other expenses, flight prices. I think Goa government is working on it, and actually they are setting up a lot of meetings and brainstorming in how they can improve. Yesterday you would have seen that they are welcoming all the aggregators to come in.
Correct.
And you bring in the aggregators, you set up the price labs, and with those price labs you can actually uh, keep the local taxi drivers happy as well. You just have to again bridge the gap. Uh, Here there are so many bridges that they have to cross. So I'm just glad that people are talking about it. You know, otherwise we would get this kind of feedback from our guests that these prices are too much. Food has got expensive, taxis has gone expensive, stay has gone expensive. Stays, I mean, we are selling at dirt cheap, low prices right now. And I think flights also have to do that. Just today, we booked a flight at 4 grand, and I remember for since 2020, for 4 years, I've never seen that kind of pricing. It was always over 6 to 7,000, you know, from Delhi to Goa. Now it's back at 4,000, which was when I did my MBA here in Goa from 2011 to 13. I used to pay 4 grand that time, 12 years back. So we are back at those pricing, and see, this is where the efforts have gone in, and I appreciate it. So here on the taxi prices also, good that there is voice. People, you know, are blowing whistles about it, and the voices are being heard by the government. So that is the positive side that I'm looking at. However, nothing, no Bali, no Thailand, no Azerbaijan or Turkey can beat Goa. Goa is a feel. Those other destinations you might want to travel as travel destinations, Goa you come for the feel. It's home.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's a feel. It's your own home. You can be free. You speak your own language. You do whatever you want to, and you know, you live the way you want to, and no one bothers. That is the beauty of Goa.
Be real with us, okay, Aman? One thing about running hospitality business that no one warns you about.
So Eutica, no one tells you about the leakages in the cost. You know, be it initial setup or operation cost, leakages are a big thing. There are so many small expenses that you would not have calculated or you would not have considered in your projections. But there are so many of them, and they go absolutely haywire. So whenever we are setting up a new property or we are about to launch, when we are meeting our homeowners also, we are setting our expectations and understanding in such a way that we tell them that there are so many costs involved. We have fixed cost, which will have around 10 to 12 expenses. Then there are consumables. Now consumables have over 50. Imagine, and those are small items like, for example, cooking gas. You won't understand, you won't realize that, you know, okay, cooking gas, you change your cylinder once in 3 months. But when you're running a short-term rental business, you're changing those cylinders every 2 weeks. And it's a substantial cost if it comes to, you know, into 100, into 2 weeks, or into twice or thrice every month. You feel that you're spending around 1 lakh just in the gas cylinders.
It's never ending. Also.
It's never ending. So there are so many small things that you have to learn how to save your cost on these. You have to request your customers to be very mindful. And see, it's basically it's a hand-in-hand situation. If you insist on saving on the cost, like for example, switch off the lights, switch off the AC, and if you are mindful, your team is mindful, even your guests are very respectful of that, and they are they consider the fact that you are careful and you are trying to be sustainable. They respect that. 80% people definitely respect. We do get people who would not care of anything. They say that we have paid, now we own this place. We can't help it. We welcome those people as well, but we learn that how we can inculcate this thing in everyone, that let's be respectful, let's be sustainable, let's not waste things. So the moment we are not wasting anything, we are saving on a lot of expenses.
I know you're expanding into something new. So would you like to tell our audience what's that about?
Yes, Eutica, we have just started Mirashya Estates. Apart from the experiences and new experiments, we are now focusing on Mirashya Estates. So Mirashya Estates is one platform, again bridging the gap between real estate solutions and finding the right property for you. Or if you are selling your property, then finding the right buyer for you. So see, every broker would say that they are doing that. There are so many agents, brokers. We are trying to be property consultants here, where we tell you that okay, this property is absolutely the one that you're looking for. Why? Because we have got abundant data of what new properties are coming in. We are in over 25 villages. We have so many properties across Goa. So we know about good pros and cons of each location. So we try to understand you as a client and then solve for the problem, or solve for the exact product that you're looking for. So what happens conventionally, the real estate agents and brokers, they would pitch you the products that they already have in their kitty, right? You go out and you want to invest, and you have a certain budget, and you have certain expectations, and then they would just show you the products that they have, right? Whereas we work out your financial situation, we work out your understanding, your morals, why you're buying a property, and what's the whole reason, if it is just your second home or investment, or just a wish that you want to buy a property, and the finances along with it. So we are not basically just solving for your investment. We're trying to make a smart plan for you as well, that how you can, if you have any current loans, or if you have any current expenses or upcoming ones. So we try to calculate and find out a smart way for your investments.
So I'm just trying to understand. So you'll be doing financial consultancy as well?
So Eutica, I'll tell you, there was someone who recently walked in. They had a budget of 1 CR, and they wanted to buy a 2 BHK apartment, which is very difficult at this time to buy a nice 2 BHK apartment at this price. What we did, we raised their budget by understanding their finances. We said that okay, why don't you take a loan of 50 lakh rupees? You'll get at an EMI of around 45,000 every month, and we'll take care of those EMIs plus the extra rent that will come to you. So what we offered was 45,000 as a minimum guarantee that we will take care of your EMI, and the extra revenue that we make, that comes to you every month as a pocket money. So it made sense for her, and she said, okay, let's go and let's buy it immediately, because we tried to understand her finances and what was going in her head. It was not just like, I'm looking for this property in this budget. We show them 20 properties and she chooses one. No, we understood her situation, her liking and her requirements. So rather than showing her 20 or 40 properties, we just showed her 2, and she chose on one and she bought it immediately.
It's not just about the sale, it's like the best sale they can have at that.
Best sale, and again, experience. See, there are hundreds and thousands of people who can sell you a property, but there are very few who would listen to you. who would understand you, and that is where we are trying to bridge the gap.
So I've also noticed Goa is evolving in this real estate and tourism hub. Do you see any change in the coming next to 5 to 10 years?
So real estate in Goa is changing, and changing like how in these past few years we have seen a boom, and now we are looking at infrastructure growth as well. From there are two airports, in one I would, let's call it a city, yeah, because some people say that Goa let's consider in cities, and cities to travel, so they consider Goa as one, right? So there's no city where we have two airports, and both the airports would be now just 45 minutes apart after this Porvorim highway gets ready. So infrastructure is getting in place. What I see is that Goa government is also working on waterways. When we have these nice highways in place, waterways in place, people will come in more. People will want to move to Goa for sure again, and we will see this boom again in next 4 to 5 years. Not too far. Otherwise, if we see the history of real estate, these booms would come in, these jumps would come in 15 to 20 years, every 15 to 20 years. But this is going to get reduced, and it is going to come in every 10 years or 5 years from now.
So there's this latest trend, I don't know if you have heard about it, like people are now renting even igloos and tree houses,
Yes.
celebrity homes as well.
Yes.
So is there, like, are you going to jump on the trend as well?
I wish I wish we could do something like that, but we are definitely working on, like I said, experiences. We are now doing some experiments on what kind of new things we can do. We are coming up with the 2D Airbnb, which is something we are really looking forward to, and further we will play with colors. We would play with different things. Different things like tree houses. I've been looking for opportunities where we could host in tree houses, and absolutely different kind of experience.
Making it interesting to every experience. Okay.
I'm also looking for like how some investors look for dilapidated homes. They say that then we'll hire a good architect and redo the place, revamp the place completely, and they've actually been successful. You see all these restaurants, the newly launched some of the restaurants were completely dilapidated places, and they have revamped it and made it pretty amazing. Want to do that to Airbnbs, want to do that too for the B&Bs. Similar note, like why not take up a old bus, old train, and convert it into a short-term rental property.
Sounds
So
so
something like that. We are trying to figure out what we can get. I was really impressed with someone who. So there's a girl in Idaho. So Idaho is basically state which is very popular for growing potatoes. So this girl made a potato home. It's a 1-bedroom property, shaped like a potato from outside. Inside it's nice 1-bedroom house. Outside it's just like a potato. In between the potato farms, next to the highway.
Wow.
She spent around 38 grand to build it, and she made 146 grand the same first year when she launched. So money is secondary, but doing a project like this is what I'm really looking at right now.
I don't think there's something like that in Goa.
Nothing.
And
There's
I won't be
nothing
shocked
like that.
if you start that.
I just want to be the first one to do that.
Okay. I think we shouldn't put this part then out of your ideas. So lastly,
Yes.
most people must be coming to you for a piece of land, but I'm here asking for a piece of advice.
Yes.
If someone is looking to invest in vacation rentals in Goa, what is your biggest tip?
If that thought has come across, that you want to buy a property, go buy. Do it today itself. Don't waste your waste any more time. I have had people who thought of it 2 years back, they missed the bus, and they really regret it now. See, people who invest with us, we offer them complimentary stay. That guy is still spending money on his stays and keeping money in his bank, not doing anything about it, is also not cool. So, and I personally believe in tangible investments. I'm not into SIPs, mutual funds, share market, anything like that. I believe in tangible stuff. You invest in gold, silver, commodities, or properties. So I'm a property guy, and would always recommend people to invest in properties at the right time. Do your study, do your research, find people like us who can actually help you in getting the right spots. Don't waste a single day. Just get on it and buy it immediately.
Now is the right time.
Now is the right time. Anytime. I mean, it's regardless if there's a boom or not, what will be the future, properties will always appreciate. You just have to find the right time and the right property. Right property matters the most. Right time is today. Just go buy.
Let's wrap up with a quick rapid fire round now. Are you ready?
Yes.
You can have some water before we begin.
I'm ready.
Okay. Goa or Jaipur to live rest of your life?
Goa.
Villa by the beach or by the hills?
Beaches.
Best place to eat in Goa?
I love Padaria Prasadas.
One thing every traveler should never do?
Is throw garbage.
Okay. Describe Mirashya Homes in 3 words.
Tranquility, flexibility, home.
Nice. Goa in winters or Goa in summers?
Goa in winters.
Fish thali or chole bhature?
Oh, that's I wish I could choose both. Chole bhature.
You ditched fish thali.
I ditched fish thali, sorry.
First thing you notice when you walk into a hotel room?
The bathroom.
Okay. A celebrity that you would love to host at Mirashya Homes?
Vicky Kaushal.
Nice.
Oh no, I should actually.
No?
I should have chosen a female celebrity, no?
Richa. Okay. If you had an opportunity to open your next property anywhere in the world, where it would be?
Kashmir. Kashmir is actually heaven. It is beautiful, and people are amazing in Kashmir.
That's right.
I've never seen a place unlike Kashmir. I've traveled to so many countries, but Kashmir is something else.
Nice. So thank you so much, Aman, for your time. We hope our audience were able to take out something from your experiences and valuable insights.
You're welcome, Eutica. It was a great experience for us, for me as well.